Hello, hello, hello. I told you I was coming on here. No matter how I was looking today, it's errand and cleanup day, and this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Um, and this is also my reset weekend, long weekend from work, and yeah. Either way, I wanted to pop on here because last night I had attended a beautiful event where it was just a room full of women who were transparent and vulnerable, honest, truthful, um, nurturing, compassionate, caring. It was an amazing event. It was like a grown woman talk event, and I wanted to pop on here today because there was a question that was pulled from the bag, and it was regarding the woman was asked, where does she find peace at in her life? And after she answered the question, another young lady, and I'm going to make sure she gets this video. She said, I appreciate, the response or whatever, but like, how do you get it? Like, how do you get to the point where you can really say that you like have peace? And like, how do people get to it? And myself and another lady that was at my table, I was just like, I moved. And she was like, hold on, hold on, hold on. She was like, I hear everybody talking, but I heard Nina say, like, she moved. Like, what do you mean? And I didn't want to take up too much time because we had been there for a while, and like time was running out. And I was like, I just moved. So I wanted to come on here to expand upon what happened behind that move and how I feel like I gained peace in that. And this is also my thoughts and belief and about anxiety and a little razzle dazzle depression, right? So for me, moving helped me achieve a level of peace and confidence that I had not even been aware that I could achieve, and that I didn't even know that I needed, because moving for me took me outside of a comfort zone, where even though I've always lived the furthest away from like family and friends and things like that, but it was nothing that 30 minutes to be in spaces and be around people that really weren't a part of helping me heal and grow. And that's just being honest. And I think that a lot of times when people say, oh, I deal with anxiety, or I deal with depression, and I just, the energy is always off. Sometimes you land next to the person that is the complete source for your anxiety. Sometimes those day ones are not good for your mental health, or wellness and things. Sometimes, it could just be the energy in the space that you think is home, but is really just supposed to have been a house for a short period of time for you. And for me, I had never felt like I was at home until now. And I moved twice since leaving a house that I had been in for, 15 years. And for me, I had to sit with myself. I had to be alone. I had to learn really a new way of living, without having the luxury of being able to just call somebody close by. I really had to figure this out by myself. And in that, I got to relearn who I was and what I was made of. because I moved 3 hours away from my hometown, and I didn't even have a job in the area. Ended up, taking a big chance on myself. Ended up like really having to stand on my faith and believe that it was gonna be okay. Um, I get to do what I enjoy for a living. I ended up meeting the love of my life. Um, and being like I said, finally in a space where I feel like I am at home, where I am comfortable. I don't feel lost or anything. So for me, I was able to get that peace because I just took a chance at just trying something else. If what you're doing is not working, if where you are is and the situations aren't changing, what do you have to lose? I'm not saying move. I'm just saying be bold enough to take a wild chance at making a huge and drastic change in your life just to see what it could be. um I don't know, you know, I feel stronger than I've ever felt before. Yeah, I mean, mentally and emotionally, definitely spiritually. I walked away from, you know, relationships with people that I thought would be friendships forever, but deep down I knew that they just didn't see it for me. um like I said, I moved from what was comfortable for me. I let go of a business that I ran and worked full time and did good by me, but I understood that when I removed myself from the area, I understood what it was going to be for me. And a lot of I got to see who was who as well. Once I walked away from that, once I wasn't, you know, willing to put people, in certain spaces anymore, and be used in a way that was, only beneficial for others. It was just it was a big leap, but the reward on the other side of it was even bigger. um yeah, and I absolutely desired to have it, and I was just really willing to do whatever it took to get it. And now I'm doing whatever it takes to maintain it and to keep it. I truly understand the power in no, and I'm okay with that. I am, my peace now comes in, not needing to, I value quality relationships versus a bunch of them. you know it's a lot, but just the quick and dirty of it all. Like I said, I wanted to have been able to share more last night, but didn't really have the time, so I'm doing it here. So there's that. I hope this resonates with someone. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. I have one subscriber. I think it's my boyfriend. Thank you, babe. I'm just doing what I feel like I should be doing, whether people subscribe or not. Honestly, I'm still gonna show up here and share my story and my thoughts and views on the world, wellness, being a grown girl, life in general, and so on and so on and so on. But everybody have a good one. Stay safe mentally, stay safe financially, stay safe emotionally, and all that other good stuff. I'll be back. See you around.